Hello and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about my new room. Yep, that's right. I got an entirely new room all because I did not like my roommate really whatsoever. And if you're wondering why, it was mainly because he was just a really heavy smoker, which I cannot stand the smell of whatsoever. I fucking hate the smell of cigarettes because you can immediately tell when somebody is done smoking just based on how bad the smell is. It is truly abhorrent. I can just not stand it. It just churns my stomach every time I smell it. And not only that, he also just smoked in the dorms in the previous semester, without a doubt. Like, he did it constantly, and it just bugged the hell out of me to the point where we both got fined. Fortunately, I was able to appeal it, but he wasn't. And as I said in like previous videos, that I was kind of suspecting that he started to do it again this semester, although I'm not exactly 100% sure. But again, I'm still a little bit suspicious that he did it. But I mean, even at this point, even if he didn't do it, which, I would be sort of at fault for just saying, he did it, he did it, when he didn't actually do it. I mean, either way, I just don't like that he smoked. And not only that, he was also pretty damn loud at night. He screamed plenty of times when he was playing his video games. And I know I play a lot of video games as well. I mean, not recently. In fact, I barely been playing video games at all, mainly because I've just been focusing on schoolwork. But again, I can understand, you getting heated in the moment and playing a game. But like, come on, man. You have to be at least a little bit aware of your roommate and the fact that he's trying to fucking sleep, and just chill out, like not be as loud at night. Like, I don't know. It just seems like he just didn't get the memo. He was just kind of clueless, and this is coming from a pretty clueless person themselves, because I struggle with new things and figuring them out. But goddamn, he just really just did not get the hint whatsoever, which is the main reason why I moved. But recap of all that shit aside, what do I actually think about the new room? It's good. Although I will say that this room is actually designed to be a shared room with another roommate, which I can honestly not imagine living with another roommate in this room, because this is the only desk that is in this room. The only other place to actually put your shit on is that cabinet. That's the only place to put your stuff on, and this desk. Rather than that, you have a sliver of space on a windowsill and a sliver of space on the mini fridge. But besides that, you have basically no other room to put your stuff on. So I cannot imagine being another roommate who has to live with somebody that already took the desk and, took all this space like I have. Like, that must be hell. Like, that is even worse. That must be even worse than what I was experiencing previously, with how claustrophobic the desk space was. Because the desk in my previous room was actually crammed in between two of the beds. So yeah, it just wasn't much fun being kind of crammed together. Although I did kind of choose that room mainly because I wanted to stay out of the way of the door, because for some reason the other desk is straight up in the way of the door. So as soon as you open the door, the desk will be just straight up right there, and you will sometimes just hit the desk, especially if your roommate has a lot of stuff by the desk, which unfortunately mine did. One thing I don't like about this room, just straight off the bat, is, for one, that AC just kind of randomly turns on. I don't know what causes it. I'll have to find out a way to turn that off. But another thing I just didn't like about this room when I first walked in is, for some reason, they have two chairs in this room. I can understand having one for this desk, even though the chair that, was in the room by default sucked ass. It's basically like a terrible rocking chair that's not even supposed to be a rocking chair. It just happened to be so, or not happened to be, but it just so happened that the back legs of the chair, for whatever reason, were like heightened and a little bit like cut off from the front legs. So you can just kind of lean the chair back. But I don't like that feeling. I don't like when you're not in a rocking chair and yet you can lean the chair back for whatever reason. You don't feel secure in the chair. I just like a chair that's simple like this fucking chair, even though this chair sucks ass, but it's a lot better than the other one, where it just doesn't feel like you're gonna fall over every time you try to lean back a little bit. Like, that sucks ass. So again, not only was there one of those chairs, for whatever reason, again, there was two. I can understand that there's two if there's like another desk, but there's no other desk. This is the only desk, so why is there two chairs? Like, it just doesn't make sense. So and what sucks about that is because there's so little space in between the beds to the point where they're actually crammed together, which I actually do prefer. It gives a little more space for the rest of the room. But again, because those beds are crammed together, I actually couldn't put the other chairs below the bed. So I just kind of had to resort to my own measures, and just put one in the closet and one in the corner to be a fucking cup chair or whatever. I don't know. I don't have any other place to fucking put the chairs. It's I just have to make do with what I have and what space I do have. So besides that, that is kind of it. I mean, you could probably notice that this room was just different right off the bat, just how echoey it was and just how different the lighting is in the room. One thing I do vastly prefer about this room as well is that the window isn't being obstructed by the desk. But not only that, I also just like not having a roommate, which for whatever reason just put up a huge banner of the Georgia football team, whatever. Yeah, he just put up a huge Georgia logo banner blocking the window for whatever reason. I had no idea why he did this, but he just decided to do it. So yeah, we barely got any sunlight in the room. Even when I tried to turn the blinds to have them completely open, or when the window was completely open, it still was not that bright because, again, he just put a fucking huge banner in front of the window, the only source of light we actually have in the room. I don't know why he did that, but he did. It's strange. Like, I just don't understand why he did that. Like, what does that do for you? Like, just put it by your desk. You don't have to put it behind my desk. Like, I don't even think he asked me if, like, you know, if I could put this here. No, he just kind of did it. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I just don't really understand some of the decisions he made. Not only with just him not even just stepping outside to smoke at all whatsoever for the first semester, and him just only smoking in the bathroom, but again, just also with that banner thing and him deciding to put it in front of the only light source we actually have besides, you know, lamps and stuff that, you know, are electrically powered. But besides that, that is basically it. Again, I do vastly prefer this room over the other one just because of how much space I have. Again, for like the third time, this space would be like hell if I were the other roommate in this situation, coming in like late, and my other roommate was like already taking up a bunch of space. This would be way worse than the other room I was previously staying at. So I just want to preface that. But again, because this room is just a single room now, apparently, and, you know, I don't have another roommate at all whatsoever, at least to my knowledge, then it's actually pretty good. So again, I'm pretty happy with this room. Again, I like the lighting, and I feel like it's just better in this room, and just how spacious it is compared to the other one. So again, I'm pretty happy with this room. And besides that, that is basically going to be it. And I will see you guys later. Goodbye.